Welcome everyone. Take a seat around the campfire. I'm going to read the ancient scriptures of my people. Let's begin with a great classic. You see, what makes Kizaki so great is how she is the perfect balance between innocent and seducing. First, we have the Chinese dress, which is bound tightly to her body, showing her body contours. Contours? I think that's how it's pronounced. And as we go down, the dress exposes a small part of her waist, hip, leg, and V-line, which incites certain hormones, kicking the male reproduction instinct. Second point are the gloves. She is small, cute and funny, but the gloves gives her a very mature look. It makes it look like she's always ready to grab your balls and fondle with them, and that increases how hot she looks. Thirdly, we have the long coat, which makes her look cute, because it shows she's wearing it to because it shows she's wearing it to be treated like an adult. But, she doesn't just wear it. She wears it half down, which makes it look like she's down to get railed anytime, any moment. The cuteness has turned into an alluring charm. Fourth point, we have her heels. Another part of Kizaki trying to look like an adult, and it definitely works. The heels shows how uptight and dominant she may be, and the things those cute feet in her heels can do makes the imagination of any man tremble. Next, we have her we have her armpits. Well, this depends on the angle the artist draws, but to not show Kizaki's armpits is a sin. Her cute, beautiful, sexy armpit pose can break the most hardcore stoic man in the world. You could come back from a gruesome war, and the moment your eyes witness the ephemeral beauty of Kizaki's armpits, all your worries and the struggles will cease to exist. There are a few minor points as well, such as her hair bands and the color of her eyes. The bands increase the impact of the Chinese dress, making her look dignified and at the same time playful. Her eye color fits perfectly with her hair, and the dress and the piercing look she gives can send shivers to the male genitals. I shall now end my long-ass paragraph on why Kizaki is perfect. The Chinese Kani, the Chani, Kizaki, has broken my mind, soul and heart. She has full control of me. That's a very important piece of Beullu Akaibeu history, I guess. Okay, let's move on to an Azuza one. I can tell you how much I love Azuza. I want to examine her eyes up close, comfort her delicate wings with all of my sanctity, run my fingers through her soft yet perfect seeming hair. I want to caress her whole body, not leave every centimeter untouched. I think there's an error here. I think it should say not leave any centimeter untouched, or whatever. Massage her sweet head, care for her cheeks, touch and admire her toes and fingers, while protecting her sacred legs with all of my strength and dignity. How I wish to have a single glimpse of holy Azusa before my death, and store that deep in my mind to revoke at any moment of my life's end to depart in bliss. Every time I just think of Azusa, if I haven't averted the sight of this goddess, I am filled with eternal happiness and contentment in all ways, so that even in the most difficult times of my life, I have a reason to keep going. Every night I lie on my Azusa body pillow, face crying with joy, as I replay scenarios of how I would exchange words with holy Azusa. I dream of her, with her hands in mine, sitting on a bank of our city's hill, hidden under the night starry sky, our faces close, her eyes closed as I reach for a tender, protective kiss. Every day I step out of my bed just for Azusa. Every day I can't think of anything but Azusa. Every day I live only for Azusa. Come into my care, into my arms. I will heal you. Damn, this sounds like a prayer or something. I will take care of you. I will guarantee to fight for you with all of my willpower and vitality until my last breath. I love Azusa. This guy is clearly very dedicated, I guess. Okay, next. Yeah, we keep going. The pain train never stops. We have a Yuka one. Yuka has the air of a newlywed wife and mother. Very reliable and cute. She doesn't have the dreaminess of Mika, nor the innocence of Aris. She won't play childish and subtle tricks like Midori, nor will she speak incomprehensible riddles like Seiya. Simple but very attractive. In Millennium she is a serious and strict senior in the eyes of the younger generations. In the eyes of the game club she is a strict mother and a big devil. When working with Sensei, she is a long-winded preacher and a strict, self-disciplined workaholic. This kind of Yuka can become pure, cheerful and sunny again after putting on gymnastic clothes during sports games with the cuteness and girlishness unique to young girls. After handing Sensei the water she drank, she realizes her shy innocence, coupled with the arrogance of half-hearted affection. This is such a cuteness that touches the heart. Mary. Although Yuka has always given people a reliable and mature feeling, she will still be at a loss. Clumsy and panicked when encountering something she is not good at. Yuka, whose thoughts you can see at a glance, is very cute. When she is with Sensei, her voice is higher pitched and gentler than when she is in front of her juniors and other students. Holy fuck, this is so long. Yuka is also very cute. Koyuki knew this when she complained about Yuka in front of teacher, Yuka and Noah. Koyuki was so cute. While being Fuck, I don't know this word. Coquettish? Sensei always caused trouble for her and always needs her help and supervision in her work. While complaining with some pride, she says, Sensei can't live without me at all. Yuka is super cute. Marry. It's better to get married without hesitation. Thinking that after getting married, Yuka will be assisting you in calculating the living expenses, I feel very at ease in my heart. If you marry Yuka, your 3 wishes of girlfriend, wife and mother will be fulfilled at once, which is really the blessing of life. I really want to put a wedding ring on Yuka. Well, listening to Yuka say Sensei is spending money on such useless things again, I also watch her treat the ring as a lifelong treasure, with a happy expression on her face. Whew, that was very long. These people have a lot of free time, I guess. Okay, last one, because I'm seriously losing brain cells here. Here's Himari one. I only glanced at it, so it's actually my first time reading the full thing. Here we go. Having sex with Himari in her wheelchair must feel so damn amazing. Imagine seeing Himari at night, catching her wheelchair by surprise, turning it around to see her shocked face, only for it to turn into an embarrassed crimson red as she realizes what's about to happen to her. You put your hands on her legs, about to lift them up, only to realize that her body is frail and fragile, and yet so elegant, so charming, so graceful, so alluring. You get frustrated because you want to be rough with her, but you just can't because you don't want to hurt her. You can't help but feel like her heavenly body was made for the sole purpose of teasing you. Unable to bear it anymore, you forcefully lift up her legs and put them over your shoulders, only to hear a short shriek of pain. Realizing what you did, you immediately looked up. Realizing what you did, you immediately looked up to apologize to her, praying to the god that Decagrammaton 6? What the fuck? In the hope that she would forgive you. But as you raise your head, what you see is not a face of horror, disappointment or anguish, but a smile so divine that you thought she was a student belonging to Trinity. Absolutely entranced by her beauty, you struggle as best as you can to utter an apology, but you are abruptly stopped by Himari putting her finger on your lips. She then whispers to you, "It's all right, Sensei. Please be rough with me." All your senses dissipate. The only thing remaining is your insatiable lust for Akeboshi Himari. No longer caring if what you're about to do would hurt her anymore, you start to go to town with her like a wild beast about to devour its prey. Everything around you matters no longer, for the name Himari is the only thing that echoes within your mind. However, deep down, you know what you're doing is wrong, and you know you have to stop. Your senses are slowly returning, and they're about to slap you awake. Just as you are close to waking up to your senses, the sound of Himari moaning combined with the sound combined with the sound of her wheelchair rocking back and forth sorry, created a scenario so lewd it rendered all your senses ineffective. A scenario so lewd that even Anako couldn't even hope to dream of. You finally let it out inside. Sorry. You finally let it out inside her, some time of passionate love. I don't understand the meaning of this sentence. And gazed at the beautiful starry sky above, thinking how lovely they are. But as you look down, you realize that there is already a star in front of you, a star more beautiful, more dazzling, and shines more brilliantly than any you've ever laid eyes upon. It was none other than Akeboshi Himari, the genius Bishoujo hacker of Millennium. You move your head close to hers, embarrassed, as if to give her a passionate kiss, a kiss filled with your deepest love for her and her alone. Finally, as your lips depart from hers, you lean close to her ears and whisper your confession. Himari, I love you. Her face was once again painted crimson, but this time, rather than embarrassment, it was happiness. I love you as well, Sensei, she said in response to your confession. A sense of joy rushes through your entire body. Unable to contain it, you give her a tight hug, and Himari gives you a hug in return. When you both finally return to your senses, it is already late at night, and decided you both should go back. Back where? But returning together would only raise unnecessary suspicions. So you both bid goodbye and go the opposite way, but before you make a turn, you decide to glance back at Himari, and you see her glancing back at you with a gentle smile on her face. Both are well aware that this glance communicated far more than any words could, and that this night will be remembered fondly by both you and Himari. The end. Man, that was that was something, yeah. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye.